Pablo, a national youth organizer for NDC. Pablo, good morning.
Morning.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, so wait, you're on the course neighbor. Some reaction, I will course no here.
My chair with chief for I have been in the Ashanti region for the last 5 days. This is the reaction of the people. And yet, a bufuna a winnie pemono. And I pay what Kayo Moyao, Obo Mustafa Hamid voice on rescuing the country and how, or yes, Sunina and crocodile tears, and then his justification for the 110 ministers that could out of fire. Now, we share how much Ghana this year I say in sustaining Sankrofu lifestyle. Clearly, we are badrin bar ububefu. And I can understand say higher radio, so some words should not be used. But our callers have been charitable. I'd say the level of corruption and the way I hear mine if you are not careful, not power and you leave some of these ministers to walk the streets of Ghana. Sort your physical. Because you brabo before they became ministers. And in 5 years, in 8 years, who do Washington DC, they own mansions. Oba Ghana in all the plush neighborhoods, they own it. And you see, almost flaunting away name. And they begin to tell us, say, so for instance, well, now you decent job. And you knew most of these people. We knew them. Most of them could not afford a day's meal.
Yeah. And
out of the blue, or 3 legs this. And the Jiwa Gombia Krumbia MPP in Kita. A minimum of $220,000. A Bua Ghana to say. And people see, we live in the same communities with them. It's in a semisoriano pa. Now me such a person. Now in 2016, me cra 10 Ghana cedis. Now me to me ra choba. It different from me who pay me. Ajiko Kraguso. So let me give you a simple analysis. In 2016, say me cra 10 Ghana cedis. Me could be a ton dokuna, me ton dokunu 2. Back 1 cedi. 2 cities.
Yeah.
But Tonchinam 3 cities are a bibre. Machichibo 1 city at Tonche.
Yeah.
Between the sardine, 1 city 50 pesos and suspects Magico Baku. That was good living. Today, with that same 10 Ghana cities, I can only buy 1 ball of kinky for 8 cities. Me Chinam 2 cities and to. Well, you're lucky, and then you think you have 5 cities back.
And Chinam can say it could be 15 into.
And I'm Chinam 2 cities in to. So I can only afford a ball of kinky for 8 cities. Now me the 2 cities never can wait, you know. At best, in Sunam the better. So these are bread and butter issues. In 2016, say me 20 cities are. Me yiribet me wufufu. I'm not so many me mami esaso.
Right.
I'm a yina DB. Today, me 20 cities man me yire some fan wufufu. I'm sure be bomaso. And so if I see this, and in 2016, Obe catcher me say. I was worse off. Emma me jiwudi. Emma was share me bo akese. Emma me jiwo bo sheni diye. And then I followed you. And I me got to Abama. Only for you to come and improve all personal lifestyle. At many expense. And now I am worse off than I was in 2016. Because then in 2016, a bag of cement was 25 Ghana cedis. And umpono ye demonstration occupy Ghana and Niema ye who did catch and say Corona say cry. Today a bag of cement is 110 Ghana cedis. So even in 2015 not me cry 1,000 Ghana cedis the number of bags of cement are not me chimito. Nene me cry the same 1,000 Ghana cedis I can only get about 8 bags of cement. But in 2016, I could get close to over 50 bucks with the same time. Nana Janswa, I would say a crowd because your personal lifestyle has been affected. No matter how much they pay you. So, OJ 10,000 Ghana cedis a month in Port Hanomo. And in 2016, you're even taking 5,000 Ghana cedis. Then you have 10,000 Ghana cedis. Your 10,000 Ghana cedis, no, in depreciation value is of no use.
Yeah.
Because in 2016, year corner, the dollar to the cedi never got to 4 cedis. So, and I challenge anybody. It was 3 cedi, 90 pesos. As at 7 January 2027, 2017, so if I was even earning 5,000, converting in dollar, me earn 10,000, convert it into dollar at 17 cedis, 20 pesos. Just this morning, me a transaction. 17 cedis, 20 pesos. So do the conversion. Clearly, you are worse off than at any other time. And then you see, over your lifestyle. That's when you be a mawase, men bonny chrono.
Right.
Over your juma na hoyina, ubia juma go, and ubia sika or dididra aswan in sem. Say, be can crash here when you be jay, me ya Ashanti, the MPP na tramin fruma. We all have Ashanti lineage. So I say, ni be can cre, atre ye hua, ubia sika or dididra ashe. Even Kennedy Japan said it, say, he lost currency depreciation. He lost close to $700,000. Now me hear you maybe, and I make top plastics. Now the time I mean order no Ghana and I make import plastics. No. Now the dollar was, after 2021, 2022, comedies we see everybody. I lost $62,000.
Hey,
62. Me to me, I'm a nice subi.
wow.
Because I can never recover because of the exchange losses. And the sad aspect was that na nyema ni gu pots wa Ghana hanu. And immediately the dollar goes up. Of course, it's 10 months dollar is shooty. So we even tie our import duties to the currency. Electricity prices and any bridings, crude and dollar near the top. So everything. Meanwhile, before 2016, Papa bi mieti assessor economic measure. Ama na yere Samira Bawumia. E ka chere say ni cruise competencies in economy ni dey hu bi da. What is about Bawumia economy asemu bi? Yet he runs around and tell you say he's the man responsible for digitalization. Right. Obi only fiber optic cable back. How can he be responsible for digitalization?
Pablo, remember CCA, just say, Pablo, where your opening statements?
We lose thousands of dollars. NDC, more strategies we go akwa mu day ba say be a cedi no mo ba there will be a difference e be ba low to be a 4 maybe a more day e free so call ya na say then am be what are you going to do different?
Kofi say leadership,
right?
It's a key charge of any institution. There is a way the world reacts to.
By Mike ne mam kakra.
For instance,
right,
stock exchange. So how no mausio asemesi company way yasasa chief executive no ya dey asemesi neighbor,
right,
nipa ni din keke no ema shocks and asa ema stability eba. What Ghana have seen today and what we are experiencing because of bad economic policies implemented by Akufo-Addo Abanwe. The West and the world and island, they are part of us. So they are cost every day. Your donors live here with you. Because our currency should not be where it is today, because today gold is at an all-time high. Cocoa is at an all-time high. These are the two things that destabilize our currency, especially gold. Our gold price is one, and Ghana is the biggest producer of gold in Africa. We are doing even better than South Africa. So as I say, depending on the numbers, they are a far above no. They are not in quite any day. And so with all this gold, if we have effective economic policies led by somebody stability will come. Baby, I say akwakudu no so be catch say adeɛ nearby ya eba be do na nipa ni twa won tro. Onu ni aya they are kind of crashed.
Right.
Today we are 17.20%. We must first stabilize. As it we stabilizing, and sana it will be above. What are your reserves at the Bank of Ghana to be stabilized? They be new. That is the reality. Your donors have refused to give you support because your domestic debt ababeya this one ama bonds, government bonds are non-kafiti and koda brimu. Me economics or secondary school I decided. One of the things my late economic master factor catch and say the safest form of investment government bonds. Kofi 50 time when you fear. What's it that? Name pennies them anywhere in this world. I buy bonds, government sovereignty. I buy the mean here. Government goes to every extent to make sure that his bonds are protected. Because the only way people will save in this country. Now between encouraging saving culture, now they are building reserves. Now a buying sika and crofusika babidi a buying is by holding that bond. Sovereign bond some demand will be holding in a way a GD ebebemu. But for the first time in our history, yenya buying bia waba wasisika. I say bibia now even government bonds say why year juma 30 years 40 years now we pension abayze minchia maintaining pennies and moda we usually like abet says obia you be say obia is our gadri bia na is our con men you be sa Ponzi scheme CB but government itself today under Kufuado about than the Ponzi scheme because what that exactly is about say odada me na me sika be to honomo. What does the Ponzi schemes do? They can't pay you. That is exactly what government has done to the people of Ghana. And you see, so you ask the question whether we can. Yes, we can stabilize the currency because once leadership changes, the world will begin to look at us different. Say, and they be our trust be broken. And I'm the kind of example say when management changes with companies, with organizations, stability, or sometimes it throws it out of board because nipa NGD or nipa na wabenimu. But with His Excellency President John Dramani Mahama and with performance as president, even though MP before running it down, and then troning kontumpo, a tugu Ghana for today the difference is crystal clear between John Dramani Mahama, Mahmudu Bawumia, and Nana Dankwa Akufo-Addo. Because you see, he bet me for all the economic indicators under John Mahama. When he was vice president with President Mills. And when he became president for his 4-year term, all his indicators, his worst is Mahmudu Bawumia and Akufo-Addo's best. And let me tell you something. In 2016, at his last State of the Nation address, all your predictions be so based on the Senji consensus, any homegrown policies they require IMF. No, in 2017, our economy would make a turnaround. One can ask okay. He predicted the amount of growth. Okay, and ask one can. In 2017, every before buying, I know their best year, 2017. So, no economic policy takes effect in 1 year. Because in 2017, MBB buy almost passed our budget almost around August. Some cover Mackenzie for buy, So it was the John Mahama budget that held this country until the end of 2017-2018. And even in 2018, they were still running on the John Mahama IMF program. And that was their best performing years. In 2019, Omufi John Mahama program, and that is when we saw the reality. And our World Bank country, our currency, our economy started suffering in 2019 even before COVID. But once again, now Kronfo we no more no more share juma, no more they die.
From Kronfo.
Criminals in government. Now Abain group Ben Abogana Chrono since Abain way. Corruption is at an all-time high. Go and look onto the indicators. You can't brofo but you can't tree so you can't say corruption. These people are corrupt, brofo.
So we can for there, just Nipano, where we are there watching. As where we are, there should be evidence to clarify. Say, oh, as we go far away, it's me. Do say corruption as we are okay. A perception index, right? Nipa should say,
politics is 90% perception, 10% reality.
Right.
Perception in the sense that semena what now minimum before he became a minister. Meaning pay the man minister. Now all of a sudden the minister need 3G wagon on your scan wafer. It is only in Ghana that these things goes unchecked.
Yeah.
Minimum. And we know people and we've seen their houses they built overnight as ministers of state committee. Oh yes, he can way. How can he account for because we knew no more. His salary is public knowledge. Today, if he has any other properties, how did he come by it? These are questions we should ask. And it's our citizens of this country.
Yeah.
We have a duty to hold politicians accountable. Because it's a member, na me be na otia me na oka. Na mu yi mi fie no ma. Ade tia akofi du so ne efroba, obeye ni yie. But yama ethnicity. Oh, media me ya Ashanti. Media haya na ewo metoye, media MPP na di twa me mfruma. Oti o bre. And you make this statement when you know say obi adwuma ezo yama hoto no, he's refused to do it. Otionum yakohu $1.5 million obi mpase scanning ira over 1 year no nimpose scanner ira na adwuma be na no in her previous life no $1.5 million and mpase onye sika no we. These are questions we should be bold enough to say and see o kopɛ adwuma o do kra kopɛ adwuma mo bi papa all on the basis that me Ashanti ni ye the MPP ni twa me improvement you know. When you cannot afford a day's meal. When in 2016, Rebecca was NDC year no. Now we 10 cities, we 20 cities or you wo fufuma or you on combine in a DB. Today, we 200 Ghana cities in power and wo fufu so fear for. These are things we must wake up from and begin to tell ourselves say enough is enough. Aban we buy yen share one sector. Our bigger summer performing, and we can do sector by sector, and we'll use the indexes. They are compared John Mama in 2016. And the education John Mama has performed way better. Sure, at the basic level.
Which aspect?
Maybe basic education.
Because maybe more enrollment and of course do say yeah.
Maybe just basic education. Kofi, Krobia Bejina education. So
okay.
If you run down your basic education, then it's a foundation here, and I know hefa. If the foundation is weak in this building, yet man and so the most important level in education is a basic level. No? 5 years I was saying curriculum at the basic level, textbook ben adiako. Teacher absenteeism. When Prof. Nana Jane was education minister, teacher absenteeism, the UNESCO report is there. It reduces drastically. What initiatives and about the basic level? When was the last time we took capitation at basic level? These are questions we should be asking. Basic education, Menoka say, is on its knees at the lowest level. And right now, one of the radio stations was doing a report. I don't know, not may drive it, but it's in Ashanti region. And I'm not lamenting the state of our basic education. Let's come to senior high education, the free SHS. I've always said, and I said it on your sister station, Adom FM, when free SHS was introduced by Prof. Nana Dankwe Kufado, America or Kokra, Pimanko announced it. It's a laudable project, but the implementation anybody determine the success of the program. You cannot tell me, say, Akwadako school 3 weeks. No better if you 3 months, the child will do better than Akwadako or Tene school 3 months with enough contact hours. Than Akwadako better if you 3 weeks. So clearly, senior higher education is on his knees. How many times in Adriani and Shorty schools, all under the name of free SHS? Oh, one year for us, one for Adriani Amba Uskua, one for Adriani Amba Uskua, or Bani Ndidi. The last time there was a documentary, I'm sure it's on Momo Stations, Nibiso. Now, Adriani Ademan Kodakufi, Miss Reka, or Kraman Po Fion for Adriani Neman. And the standards of education, as they are University of Ghana, when the vice chancellors met, what did they say? They want to introduce the entrance exams again because standards in secondary schools neighbor, and yet a child who has passed his SSC, common math, algebra, to me yet.